I want to talk about the toxicology report that came back recently on Terence Crutcher. And of course the report said that he had drugs in his system, PCP, which a lot of people felt like he got what he deserved. In fact, a few people have emailed me or made messages about it because they knew I made a video about it before. So I want to just address that for a little bit. And what I'd like to say is that there's a standard for when you can take somebody's life. And that standard is pretty much universal. It's not only for police officers, it's for everybody. You can protect yourself. You can if you feel like your life isn't being threatened, you can take another life. So if somebody comes running at me with a machete or a knife or something like that, and I feel like my life is in danger, you betcha I can actually retaliate and I can kill a person. And that's a universal rule. I think it goes back to the common law. You can protect your own life. It's self-preservation. In this case, I never saw that. I never saw that she was in danger. So I don't know what the toxicology report has anything to do with the fact that she was never looked like she was in a position where her life was being threatened. So the use of deadly force was way outside, what her authority was or is at the time. And this idea that people say, well, just because the guy had drugs in his system, he got what he deserved, which I had a few comments like that on the video, and then also a few people have messaged me and told me that, is absurd. Because since when does the use of drugs mean that you're automatically, you receive a death penalty sentence? Somebody using drugs, you shoot them, and then anything that you do is automatically okay because they were on drugs. There are a lot of people think that, and that's a crazy, crazy thought. You can't take somebody's life because they broke the law by using drugs. That's nonsense. And the idea that automatically puts everything that she did being okay is just really bizarre thinking. And the other thing I was going to talk about a little bit about this toxicology report. It just so happens she was correct. I mean, come on, fancy that. She's supposed to be a drug recognition expert, and she said, well, I thought the guy was on PCP, and then, and I fully expected the report to come back that he's on PCP because she made that analysis beforehand, and they built her up as a big drug expert, and she was supposed to know everything about being able to recognize people with having on drugs. But what I'd like to know is, of all the hundreds of possible drugs, alcohol, cocaine, marijuana, heroin, all the different drugs available that people could get off the street, how did she happen to nail it when saying it was PCP? I mean, how was she that good that with the very little bit of time that she was with him, very little bit, she was able to recognize the exact drug that was in his system? I find that very ironic. Now, I know they found PCP in his car after the shooting, and I think she manufactured the story that she said, oh, he was on PCP because she knew there was PCP in the car, and she just said, that's what I thought he was on. I don't think that she was able to figure that out that quickly and know that, regardless how much training she had. So that was pretty ironic. The other thing, too, is I think she's got a real good chance of beating this. I think when it come back that he was on PCP, I think there's a very, very good likelihood that she's not going to be convicted of anything, that this case is going to go without a conviction. She's convicted of first-degree manslaughter. I think there's 5 to life on something like that in the state of Oklahoma. And I think with the fact that he was shown to have drugs in the system means that she's probably more likely than not to get off of this because people are going to focus on that and not focus on what they really should be focusing on, is the fact that she probably never felt threatened or life was never put in jeopardy or in danger to where she feared for her life to the point where she had to take the life of another. So once again, the whole thing plays out just the way it always plays out. An innocent person is killed. The victim, the person was killed is going to end up being the person that actually perpetrated the shooting is end up going to be the victim. She's going to be the victim because everybody's been persecuting her over this and the shooting, and that she reacted in a sensible manner, and she reacted the way anybody normally would react when they encounter somebody with drugs. They just pull out the gun and shoot him. That's what's going to end up happening. Very tragic case, unfortunately. I don't see anybody winning in this case. I know her reputation is going to be ruined, even though she probably will get off on this. But it just seems to me like kind of a miscarriage of justice that this can happen, and then just because somebody has been found to have drugs in their system, that just mitigates everything, wipes everything out, and you know, there's nothing to be, you know, there's no penalty for what she did. So anyway, I just want to make that mention about the toxicology report. They have it out now, and I see a lot of people made comments about it and stuff like that. So I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much.